Okay. Here we look in this video class, we look into the applications of the spring. Since we wherever the mechanical parts are there, definitely we use a spring. Most of the application of mechanical we use spring. Let me know one by one. So first one what we have here, to apply a force in brakes, clutches or loaded valves. For example, if you want me to say here, here the maybe the if you know the little depth, if okay, this is an example. Clutch plate we use a spring. Clutch plate we use spring. Then apart from this, we use springs to measure the we use springs to measure the spring balances. Like it may be any force measurement, we use spring. So we use spring. Like for example, you can look at here, we have a gauge. Inside this, we have the spring. Okay. Then uh, we also use a spring in many application like to store energy in watches and other devices. You might have seen in childhood toys, key toys, the torsional spring used to be there, that is used to store the energy. So here we have the picture where we especially this picture center part where I am marking, you can look, this spring is used to store the energy. So why we use a spring? First one, to apply forces in some brakes and clutches spring. Then to measure the forces we use a spring, and to store the energy we use a spring. Apart from this, there are many applications of the spring, such as they acts as a cushioning agent. Springs absorb the shock, vibrations in car springs or railway tracks. We might have seen in this picture also, you can observe in this train picture also, you can observe uh, spring is used as a vibration absorber or shock absorber to give a cushioning effect. Along with this, some other applications of the springs are like to control the motion, maintaining the contact between two surfaces. For example, like here. So this spring, what within this picture, whatever this picture, the spring also gives a proper grip on the road surface. Even in case of the engine valve mechanism, spring is used to maintain the contact. So first of all, to apply forces, we use a spring. To measure the forces, we use a spring. To store the energy, we use a spring. To absorb the shock and vibration, we use a spring. And also to make the contact between two surfaces, we use spring. This is the application of spring. These are the application of springs.